just-in-case assignment, I've decided to talk about the concept of FBL, TBL, and SET management styles. Let's start with the financial bottom line. It is characterized by its emphasis on maximizing financial well-being, typically achieved by appealing to individual self-interests. With FBL management, success is equal to financial success. The more money you have, the more successful you are. With the financial bottom line, a concept within it is the invisible hand. The invisible hand is how the good of the community is assured when every individual is permitted to pursue their own self-interest goals. An example would be rich landlords paying their workers well because they are dependent on the work of their workers. If their workers aren't happy, then, for example, their property might not look the nicest, and their workers wouldn't want to work as hard. The moral point of view for financial bottom line is consequential utilitarianism, which focuses on optimizing an action's rightness and limiting its wrongness as measured by its effect on the overall net happiness outcome for everyone involved. Financial bottom line style of management is criticized for its shortcomings because it overlooks social and ecological well-being. It creates negative social and ecological externalities. An externality is positive and negative effects on society, but not reflected in their financial statements. Next up is TBL, or the triple bottom line, which is characterized by its emphasis on enhancing an organization's financial well-being while simultaneously reducing negative externalities. With TBL management, there is the assumption that there are win-win solutions. It is also important to note that TBL firms often financially outperform FBL firms because they are more affected with economic rationality. TBL management believes that reducing these negative externalities can actually further enhance their financial well-being. An example would be Walmart. They have LED lighting, which reduces their energy costs and fossil fuel greenhouse gas emissions. The moral point of view for TBL management is enlightened consequential utilitarianism. This suggests that the ethical management seeks to improve an organization's financial well-being, especially via reducing negative social and ecological externalities. Last but certainly not least is SET management, or social and ecological thought. This is characterized by its emphasis on enhancing social and ecological well-being while maintaining financial viability. SET management encourages managers to improve social and ecological well-being even when it does not maximize financial well-being. As TBL seeks to address FBL shortcomings, SET seeks to address the TBL shortcomings. SET promotes creating positive externalities but also reduces negative externalities. An example is 31 bits of jewelry and how it is made from recycled paper. This is reducing negative externalities, but it also provides jobs and education for the poor single mothers in Uganda. This is enhancing positive externalities. The moral point of view for SET management is the virtue theory. This focuses on how happiness is achieved by practicing virtues in a community. SET management also likes to think of enough is enough, and that enough is better than having more than enough. SET management is less effective than the FBL and TBL approaches with regard to maximizing a firm's financial well-being in the medium and short term, but SET could be seen as more economically effective than the FBL or TBL approaches in the long run. Now we will discuss the differences between FBL, TBL, and SET management. FBL has a management style that is independent of each other with financial, social, and ecological well-being. TBL, on the other hand, has a management style that is interdependent with financial, social, and ecological well-being, and SET management is dependent on each other with ecological, social, and financial well-being. For the performance levels of each management style, FBL has a high financial well-being, but social and ecological well-being are unsustainably low. With TBL management, financial well-being is even higher, and there is improvement with social and ecological well-being because of the reduction of negative externalities, though it is still too low and unsustainable. With SET management, financial well-being is still viable but is the lowest. However, social and ecological well-being have increased and are viable. These suggest and represent averages with performances, and there are always exceptions. When comparing FBL, TBL, and set management, the results vary. With FBL management and the approaches to the carbon economy, for example, they say that scientists cannot approve that additional CO2 causes climate change and that there have been similar fluctuations in temperature in the Earth's past. With TBL management styles and the carbon economy, TBL management thinks of carbon offsets like planting trees to reduce the amount of carbon. They also like to create new technologies that address consumer demand and create ecological friendly efficiencies, such as turbines and solar panels. They have interests in active lifestyles and physical health where it can profitably do so. This highlights how TBL management likes to maximize financial well-being while also reducing negative externalities. With regards to the set management styles in the carbon economy, they promote lots of bike lanes, place-based organizations, and say that enough stuff is better than having more stuff. They also like the slow fashion movement with higher prices but hidden prices being lower. With physical health, they promote a more active lifestyle, a healthy diet, and like to talk about avoiding illness. They also like to talk about the place-based organizations as well and how to overall improve the ecological well-being and social well-being of the earth and of humans. This concludes my presentation on FBL, TBL, and set management styles with their definitions and differences. Thanks for watching!